1st April.
There's your fucking take.
Sorry, I came out a little hot.
Yo, dude, I mean, relax.
The youngest and the tightest.
Hear me out.
Pump the brakes.
This isn't a cult.
You stupid motherfucker. Welcome back, YT Gang, to another episode of DJVW.
Ooh, you saw
What's
that
up,
air guitar,
boys?
baby?
Yeah, you got to play it real close. That's how you know
You gotta
you're really
play it
ripping.
close, and then if you're playing bass, you're gonna play it up high, like
Bump,
boom,
bump, bump.
like
I
an
used-
old,
bass.
like an old black guy.
Dude,
in
I used to think that I
Temptations.
could learn how to play bass because I was like, it's only some of them are just two strings, right?
No, you're retarded. It's 4 strings on
Is
every
it 4
bass.
strings?
Sometimes 5.
But-
Sometimes five?
I bass player right here.
Oh, for
Yo,
real?
Wait a
Oh,
second.
shit.
I started out playing the bass.
Yeah.
And that was my dad's logic.
Yeah,
He
is that
was
it's less strings.
He was like, well, it's 4 strings, so for you and your mental
Yeah,
capacity,
yes.
you should be able to get a grasp on the
No.
4 strings.
Not true?
Well, the thing is, he got me a fretless bass, which is basically like
dude.
There's
it's like
no-
playing a stand-up bass. It's so much
cello.
harder. It's
That's
so
a
much.
sitar, baby.
Oh, dude,
That's
it's
a-
so much harder. It's so much harder than playing a fretted bass.
So it just never spoke to you. You never picked it up.
I mean, I picked it up.
You never got an affinity for the bass?
No, I picked it up and I was slapping a little bit.
Yeah?
I was like, doom 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 doom.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
couldn't, man. I never
But-
did. I took acoustic classes and everything, and
But it
just
turns
fucking
out
not for me.
bass guys don't get any pussy. So
No?
you switch to the drums or a
Not true.
6-string real quick.
Yeah, or at the very least, it's a cathartic release of rage for you if you
But
switch to the drums.
Nah, it was pretty rocking. Yeah, I played. I started with bass and then
Yeah.
I switched over to a guitar. Then I gave that to my brother. Then I started playing drums because he surpassed me in the guitar. And in order to play in a band, we needed a drummer.
So then there
and
you
I
go.
can't sit still. So
How were you at the drums? Were you?
I was
ready?
okay.
Yeah.
Considering like I didn't really practice very much. I mean, like I could play like an old, like I have a CD in my car
Really?
of our first band. Yeah,
And you on drums?
me on the. That's
How come
me
you
on
didn't?
the drums,
how come
man.
you didn't go? How come
Me
you didn't go
tickling
vocals?
the ivories. What's up?
I said, how come you didn't go vocals with that
Oh,
golden
dude,
set
I
of pipes you
did.
got?
I did for our one battle of the bands. It
Yeah.
was like a Hellfest battle of the bands.
How'd that go?
I quit the band a couple of weeks before.
Okay, all right.
we got-
How'd that go? I quit the band.
A couple of weeks before, because I got real like involved in doing drugs. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
we're-
what I was gonna say.
We're
This is-
doing drugs and drinking. Took over all of my time.
Yes, yeah. That's a
So
full-time gig.
It
doing
took over
drugs
all
and
of my
drinking.
time.
Yeah.
So what happened is I stopped coming to band practice.
Yep, that's
So-
classic.
So then, right the day of, I was hanging in the parking lot
Mm-hmm.
with one of the other band guys, and I was drinking a couple MGDs.
Okay,
all right. And then
classic
I walked up
throwbacks.
to my brother and I was like, "Hey, man, I want to be in the show. I want to
Okay.
play." And he was like, "Fine, whatever." But my boy that was supposed to sing,
Yeah.
okay, because he loved being a frontman. He wanted to be a frontman the worst way.
Right.
He's dead now.
Okay.
Okay. But at the time,
R.I.P.
he got pissed. He was like, "This motherfucker doesn't show up for practice ever. He bailed on us, and now we're gonna let him sing."
Yeah.
And now he's dead.
And
So
now he's
there
dead.
you go.
Did you
Take
get to
that,
sing?
Fetty.
And how did it go? How did singing go?
I basically ad-libbed all the vocals.
Yeah.
And I was just like a.
Oh, there was a lot of
What kind of
screaming.
band were you guys?
Yeah.
We were a hardcore band. We had blast beats, and we were the first band that day with blast beats. So it was like, like.
I have no idea. What's
You don't know what a
blast
blast
beat?
beat
What's a blast
is?
beat?
Well, it's basically what
dude.
they use in like metal and metalcore and
I grew
Okay.
up on that shit.
hardcore grind. We
I
were like
remember-
a grind hardcore band at the time.
Would that be called grindcore?
There you
We're
go.
kind of
You're
grindcore
starting to
with
figure
a
it
little
out.
bit of, with a little bit
Just
of
put
math,
those two words
little
together.
bit of math rock in there.
I used to
Yeah.
go to my boy Vinny's band practices, and I just watched it slowly devolve from being an actual band practice
Yeah.
to
To
just a
everyone
bunch of people
chilling
just
and
showing up
cracking
and getting
beer.
trashed.
That's
Yeah.
how it was with us too.
30 cases
I have a
every day
history
of Pabst, and everybody's just getting
Well,
trashed.
that dude Vinny,
I was on ecstasy
he was,
a lot there.
He was like shaved head, had cancer, had no eyebrows.
Vinny Carney. That's Vinny Carney.
I've
yeah.
chilled with
Yeah,
him.
I
Yeah.
did meth
I've jammed
with that
with him.
guy.
I used to
couple
lift
times.
with him.
Yeah,
he was
I-
very frail and
yeah, I
thin because
snorted meth with that guy
cancer.
one
Yeah.
time.
I think
Yeah.
he had cancer.
He did have cancer,
And then he beat it.
His dad was in like a biker gang.
Yeah,
and then
yep.
he told me when his dad was coming over one time, he's like, "Dude, the things that you do,
Yeah.
don't do them in front of my dad." He's
Yeah.
like, "Don't be the person you are in front of my dad."
How did you
'Cause-
heed that warning?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
probably for the
did.
best.
I was very uncomfortable because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
He's got a 9mm on him. Pulls up, had a prospect deliver him meth and coke
Yeah,
later,
dude.
and I was just like, I don't know how to act in front of. I'm asking him I'm asking him legit questions about
being
the
a biker gang. Yeah,
and
yeah.
It is one of the top 3. I'm not gonna lie. And he was just like, "Does this guy ever shut the fuck up?" You know. But at the time, I was like kind of a kid. You know, I was.
And you were on ecstasy, really chatty.
I mean, what happened is he laid out a massive rail of coke and meth.
Yeah.
And I snorted. I blew the whole thing down.
Yep.
Thought I was gonna have a heart attack, and I was like, "Day, day, day." And he was like, "If all I had to do was get you coke to shut up, I would have gave it to you about an hour ago."
Oh, bro.
But yeah, that was the only time I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
I
but-
feel it's funny that you bring up this biker gang shit because I was driving a couple days ago and I passed by, a biker gang.
Sure.
Couple
Well,
of boys
as
with
they were
their,
riding?
No, they were
Like,
off to the side. They had stopped for whatever reason. They're all off their bikes and they're chatting on the side of the road, and they're all just shitty looking dudes.
Oh, yeah.
They all look very soft. You know how you give a man a passing glance, you decide they're soft because that's you assess them.
Yeah.
And I saw them, and I thought that they were, and they've all got. One of them's got a thing that says Prospect, and they all I forgot what the name of the gang was, and they're all wearing their colors. And Sons of Anarchy did so many shitty midlife crisis having motherfuckers a disservice.
Sure.
Like Jesus
did.
Christ, man!
Those guys are way too good looking to play
yeah,
those.
Yeah, for sure they are. Right? What's the dude's name?
Jax
the fucking
Teller?
that motherfucker's handsome as shit.
I don't know his
None of them is that. I thought that was his name.
That's exactly his name.
That's
It
his
is
name
Jax
in the show.
I liked the show. I thought it was pretty cool.
I mean, there's
dude.
nothing wrong with the show until you go.
Bro,
That's what I want to be.
That show was so good. I got my fucking motorcycle permit.
See, you son of a bitch.
I
You
wanted-
and 500,000
Dude,
other people.
yeah,
I grew out my hair, slicked it back, and
Oh
got
my
a
God.
motorcycle.
Bring that back.
Bro,
Bring back that
dude,
long
hold on.
J
You were-
hair.
How old were you that you were influenced by a fucking
28?
TV series that much?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I was
was a
influenced
full-
by Pirates of the Caribbean. When I met my wife,
I was a
I was
full-grown
doing this
man.
shit. No shit, bro. When I met my wife, I was balls deep in the Pirates of the Caribbean, and I was doing some
why you had that
weird
curly
fucking I had,
mustache
I had a little mustache going. I had fucking these stupid mannerisms. This was in high school. Though.
French shirts with like.
I didn't because I couldn't afford them. I just wore whatever
You
the
were
fuck
like a
I could
pirate
steal from the
pirate
mall.
shirts.
But yeah, man, it's just dumb shit that people get influenced by.
We were talking about how much we hated you yesterday.
I figured that. I knew it.
And
I knew it.
We were like saying like he was like, oh, when I first met Dave, I thought he was weird and uncomfortable. I was like, yo, I still think that about him.
I
If
am
would've
weird
met-
and
But
uncomfortable.
I
Are you
said-
kidding me?
I said he was fucking hilarious right off the fucking
See,
bat.
I didn't think he was that
Yes,
funny.
he was.
No, because when I went to the gym, I kept my shit shut.
Yeah.
I'm not going there to make
Kept
friends.
that
I'm,
ass
I'm
shut.
like,
Hey, turns out he went there. He made a lifelong friend.
dude,
everybody.
but I went there terrified
This
as
guy.
shit. Like when I went to the gym, I was
Yeah.
morbidly obese. I was driving a shitty Buick.
Oh,
and
that
it took-
Buick was trash.
Yo,
I
it really
remember
was.
that.
Remember, it was overheating.
Always
You'd
breaking
be like,
down.
yo, where are you at? Like on the way to the gym, I'd be like, I'm pulled over to the side of the road, dumping snow on my engine, trying to keep it from overheating. But I was terrified. So when I got there, I was like, I've always been a character. I've always been loud and wild and shit. Not at the gym. I shut the fuck up. I was only there to learn how to fight and to lose weight and shit like that.
Yeah.
I never had
and to fit into those pirate clothes a little better.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
No,
all
like I said, I never
wanted
had
to do.
pirate clothes.
That's
Pirate
all
clothes
I
are shockingly expensive. You can't just go out there and buy a fucking frilly
the
shirt.
pirate look is not for somebody on a working class income.
The
You
pirate
need-
look is also not for a
Well-
dude who's
well-
5'7" and 240.
Well, actually, it's a perfect pirate look for somebody who's 5'7", 240.
Well, it's like the guy from with the one eye, the glass eye.
I
and
was
his fat
thinking
friend.
about the guy from Hook, Shmee. You kind of look like Shmee.
He's barely a pirate. He's barely a pirate.
No, he's so a pirate.
So
dude.
what's going on, man? How was y'all's week? I know you were here last night watching the fights.
Yeah, that was fun. I had one real good thing happen to me this week. I went into a shop, customer of mine. I walked in. There was an old man talking to some of the guys in the just kind of chatting it up with some of the mechanics. I walk in. He's about 70, a little bit frail. I come in, and he looks at me.
Lay him out.
He
Dude, he's no longer with us. This
He's
guy's
dead
gone.
with my friend.
My condolences.
He looks at me. He goes, "Look at the goddamn arms on this guy," and I was like, "You just made my day,
Wait a
buddy."
second. I like how I go, what happened to your week? Jay goes, well, I had a good thing happen to me. And it proceeds to tell us about a flippant compliment from a 70-year-old man about the size of his arms. That's what I love about, that's how easy you can make Jay's week. Toss him a compliment.
Yo,
Tell him,
literally.
hey man,
I've been
the
telling
sneakers
this story.
are on fire, bro. And
That's for
that'll
next week.
send him for the rest of the
That's
week.
for next week.
That's for next week.
Dude, I've been telling you a story all week. To anybody that'll listen, I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
not for nothing, But this old man today.
Yeah. Well, Jade likes physique compliments just as much as I like sneaker compliments from young black kids. It's
dude.
the same thing.
We
It's on the
love
same
our
level.
compliments.
I
We
mean,
love compliments.
I can't help it. I can't. The easiest way to win me over, if you want to ask me to do something that maybe you think I'm not going to be a fan of, lead with a compliment.
Sure.
And I will take that, and I'll
Say,
do whatever
yo,
the fuck you want.
Dave, those abs are coming in.
Yeah, and then you ask me
I
for
could use
ass
some
play
help.
right afterwards.
Reshingling my roof.
Exactly. Hey, where's the ladder, my guy? I got you.
It's like, I'll be there in 5.
I'll do it
Thanks
with my
for the
shirt
comp.
off and everything.
Thanks for the comp.
That was the peak of the week. I mean, I kind
Other
of get
than
it.
that, really not much
Not
happened, except this scorching heat we're having now in New Jersey.
I kind of like it though, man. I'm a fan of the heat.
it felt
Oh,
good.
dude, I come alive. Not for nothing. All right, another good thing that happened. So I got like employee of the week at my job.
Congratulations. That's nice.
Yeah, I got a $50 gift card. So they put.
Oh, they're a little cheap, huh?
They have like 50 of them. So I mean, it was
Okay.
like $2,000 in gift cards.
Okay.
So everybody at work picked food cards when
Yeah.
they win, right? Like TGI Fridays or
Sure.
Applebee's. Your boy picked Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
Okay. So I went there. I got for the summer,
Yeah.
I got a cornhole board.
Oh,
I got a
ultimate
nice-
white people sport.
Oh my
Cornhole?
God, yeah.
Ultimate white people sport.
Me and my brother were talking. We were just like, I want you to go down the Rolodex of people that are really into sports. 90% of them are all unathletic.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
You
Isn't
know,
that weird?
it's all a bunch of unathletic Jews that are into the Yankees
yeah,
and
They
New York.
live through them.
Yeah, vicariously.
That's why they're so
Yeah.
passionate
Yes,
about
yes.
these players.
Yeah,
and
it's
shit.
so weird because I was like, real guys that I know that are real ballers, they barely
Like,
watch.
Yeah.
They barely watch.
We touched
the
on
shit.
it last week about getting angry about football. Like I was just too stoned to like chime in last
Yeah.
week.
Oh, right,
But I used to get
Yeah, I
so
noticed
people
upset.
get
I noticed
invested.
that he's talking a little bit more. He must have not been.
He must have
barbecued.
not smoked a gang of
He got
dabs right before
fucking-
the
No,
show.
but I used
You
to
got
get
Demi
upset.
Lovato over here ripping dabs and terps.
Dab, what is a terp, man?
Oh my god, dude.
Dabs and terps. No. I was just like
No,
like
but
I was saying.
there is a weird kind of a thing that's there. It's unathletic, shitty, usually miserable people that are unhappy at home too, like those are the people
Oh,
that
you
are
mean like the guys at the bars that drink and like
and all
I
their
mean,
time is
yeah.
invested in what's going on in the screen, and
But
their
I
only companion is the
understand where they're
bartender.
coming-
You
I
see it in
understand where they're
fighting,
coming
too.
from.
You see in UFC fans are like that too.
No, yeah, but anybody
Well,
who really
ones
fights
that
isn't like
yeah,
that.
yeah. But the ones that are like, why didn't you do this? He should have fucking zigged instead of zagging. Like, I
Oh.
would have fucking done. It's always
you're
some
at-
trash motherfucker.
When you're at a bar and a guy goes, "Why doesn't he just get up?" I'd be like, "Yo, my dude, I will
Fuck
give
go
you,
and watch fights in bars.
I
I'd
will
rather
give you $1,000 if you can get up if I put you down.
Yeah.
Hell, I'll give you $1,000 if you could take me down.
yeah.
You know, it's when you hear all these dudes, and that's like, I just when I see guys talk about things like that, it bothers me. So I just leave the conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I have to admit, what they are doing is like they're not thinking, and they're just super invested and they're having fun.
But
Ultimately,
I
that's
do
what it
understand.
is.
I do understand because when I had nothing and I was a derelict living on the street and stuff like that, I was heavy into the Giants.
Okay, yeah.
because that's all I had.
Yeah.
was my sports team, and we had a good season.
Yeah.
So I understand that if you have like a bond with your dad, because we had that bond. But I did grow out of it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's a thing that I can't let millionaires playing a game dictate the way that I feel
For sure.
for the day or how I react toward my
And
family.
then like the rivalry against like other teams. and
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
shit,
I hate that guy. Why? Because he's an Eagles fan. I just
know-
hate him. I don't know him,
Like
but
how
I
many
hate
times
him.
have you been like in a group chat with your boys and he's a fucking Cowboys fan, Giants fan, and you
Yeah.
just literally get in a heated argument over these motherfuckers.
They'll get
Well, I
heated.
mean, not for nothing, but like yesterday, because Cody Garbrandt is loosely related to our team. You know, he trains with Ricardo Almeida, Mark Henry.
So then
Those
there
are
is
all
a
guys-
team investment feeling.
But the thing is, I was rooting for Rob Font. Rob Font is like a homie.
Okay.
You know,
And you
he
don't wanna tell
follows
the
the
boys
boys
that?
on our.
Shout out Rob
Oh, does
Font.
he?
Yeah, shout out Rob Font. He
Shout out.
follows
Thank you very much,
DJVW
baby.
on Instagram.
There you go. Okay.
He's possibly my cousin.
Really?
Yeah,
There you
I'm
go.
telling you,
Throw
he's
that
a
out
Font.
I know everybody, my cousin.
He's a Font, and his family is from the same place in Puerto Rico as my family, who are
Oh,
Fonts.
okay.
And then when they came here,
Puerto Rico.
they wound up landing in the same place. He's from like New York, New Jersey, that area.
Okay.
So like I think me
So
and
he-
him might
he's
be
your
like
cousin.
second cousins.
That's your cousin.
I mean, yo,
Let's
not
just
for
go
nothing.
with it.
Fighting is in my blood.
There you go.
You know.
That's your cousin,
So
baby.
wait a second. Rob Font, let's just do some math.
Sure.
Rob Font beat Cody Garbrandt, number 4. Rob Font is number 3. Me and him are cousins. Technically, I'm top 10 UFC
That's how that works.
bantamweight.
That is how that works.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not
Top
lying.
15.
Now we're not going to do an
for
Ancestry.com.
sure.
We're not going to figure that out for
No,
sure.
no. I like to bro math this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, bro
this
math
one is
this
I'm
one.
going
I
to leave
agree.
it to bro math, and then we're going to, you know.
But there is-
But yeah,
sense to
shout
me.
out to our boy Rob Font.
Shout out Rob
He,
Font, baby.
Follows your boys, and he's a good dude. And I'm happy for him, man, because he fought a beautiful fight yesterday
Against Cody?
Oh, dude. I mean, you're talking about put a boxing clinic on him, and the only thing Cody wanted to do is when they started exchanging, Cody wanted him to brawl.
Yeah.
And Rob was like,
No, no, no.
motherfucker. I'm good on that. I'm just going to go ahead and rip these jabs.
Yeah, but talking about those people and the sports and everything, it is a very much a community thing. You know what I mean?
sure.
It just gives you the ability to talk shit with your boys.
Oh, yeah.
And it gives you the ability to be a part of a team or part of a tribe without having to do any kind of actual work at all.
See, I get that through comedy. Like, I get that through comedy. I have a bonding experience with my friends through, like, making them laugh.
Yeah, well,
Trying
you
to
have
make
two. You
laugh.
have the fighting and you have the jokes, but those
Yeah, but
two
me and you
require
don't talk
work.
a lot of fighting.
No. I'm saying
Yeah.
you in particular. You have two things that you can kind of lean into a tribe on. It's the fighting and it's the joking. Both
Yeah.
of those take work. It takes no work to just be like Giants, baby. I'm part of the fucking Giants.
Oh,
what did
when
you
somebody-
do?
You
Nothing
buy
at
a fucking
all.
T-shirt and a hat, and you're
That's
straight.
it. Boom, and
when
you're done.
somebody goes like, like, hey,
Yeah.
we picked up Steve Smith. What position you
I just
play,
had some old
motherfucker?
lady at Walgreens. I was wearing my Yankees hat. She's
Yeah,
like,
she was like,
"Did you
"Fuck
see the
you."
game last night?"
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, no. She's
I know, I wear
"You-
sports
you missed
hats,
It? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
bitch, I
you
don't
have
fucking
that.
watch it.
You wear sports hats, and that's got to come
I
into
wear-
contention sometimes.
Well, my dad is a big sports guy. He even hits me up. He'll be like, hey, Jake, did you watch the game last night? And I go, Pop, I don't think I've seen a game in like a year.
yeah,
You
he
know?
just wants that. He just wants to
He
chat it
wants
up about
he
something
wants
fun.
to whip it up. And I'm like, Dad, you want to talk about whatever? We can talk about whatever.
Yeah,
but
but I
I
didn't
don't
do that.
watch football anymore, so I don't have that, I don't have that thing. Right now, it's all fighting and comedy for me. It's,
Yeah, you know what
it's
I-
fighting and trying to make people laugh.
I
It's
have
those
a
are my
thing-
two favorite things in the world.
When I get down in the dumps, when I get depressed, in the past when I was homeless, it was really on display, and I've noticed it now in hindsight. I lean into conspiracy theories real fucking hard when I get into a bad place. When I
know
get into
you
a
do.
dark place,
I know
I
you
just
do.
go
Oh, no.
QAnon. I go full blown,
Yeah,
baby
baby.
drinking
Are we going down
lizard
this
people
hole?
motherfuckers.
But that's
yeah.
the group that you have.
That's it.
That's your sports
Well, you know what it
outlet
was?
is QAnon.
when I was a kid and I was
Well, I don't know
homeless.
if we should say that because we'll get ripped
Yeah,
off
we'll
of
get
YouTube. Those
fucking-
pieces of shit.
We'll
They kicked
bleep
us
that
out.
out.
Yeah, we'll go into
No, we ain't gonna bleep shit out. QAnon, baby. We all no, we're not all about it. When I-
QAnon WWE.
But when I was a kid, I
Hell in a
instead
Cell.
of facing the shit internally that was making me fail at life, that was too big of a fight for me to fight, was to
Yeah.
look internally and go, why am I fucking my life up? Instead, I would look externally and want to fight this world stage fight. These impending doom lizard people, these fucking FEMA camps coming to throw us all away, the second coming of the Holocaust
You
type
feel
of
like
shit.
you're somewhat of a superhero.
Yes, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm living in shambles selling drugs out of an abandoned house.
Sure.
But
You
I'm
got
on the
nothing.
winning team, baby.
You
Fuck
sure
these
do.
lizard people. I may be selling you drugs right now.
Selling drugs and as a derelict, but yet
Yeah.
you're trying to tell other people that have their shit together that you know something
Yes.
that they don't.
Yes.
So you want to feel like you have the upper hand
Yep.
on successful people.
It also gives me a reason to not improve my standings. I go, hey man, the end is coming anyway. Why am I gonna get a good
That's
job?
Why am I
bro?
gonna
That's why
accumulate?
that's why I hate the conspiracy shit because it makes you feel, what the fuck? Nothing matters.
Yeah,
anymore,
yo, that
right?
is. It's
Nothing
very
fucking
very
matters.
disheartening.
You're
It's
right,
very
Demi
disheartening.
Lovato. You're right.
Where's
But
the math? Damn it!
I was
Wait
the
a
reason I
second.
bring up.
True. Whoa,
Go ahead. What's up? What's up?
I'm just saying. Could if a full transitioned
Yeah.
Demi Lovato could it?
Could you fight her?
No, I'm just saying. Would it look exactly like Marco?
No, I think, like I said it before. Demi Lovato it looks just like Marco if Marco fell the fuck off. Demi Lovato
let's
some
see
reason.
a picture of D Lovato.
Yeah,
Let's see the girl.
DL.
Oh, there's a
Dude,
strong resemblance. I'm not gonna lie.
It's once you got the haircut.
That one right there,
That
that
bottom
left.
left one with that kind of
one?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, Marco.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now Marco,
Marco.
if you shaved real smooth and you got some
did
nice
just-
eyebrows, she's got a beautiful set of
Kinda got the
eyebrows
same
on her.
haircut.
You got the same haircut. You got the same skin tone.
Right? I'm not mad at her shirt. Would you wear that shirt? Right? It's
could-
kind of a dope
that
shirt.
looks like-
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm trying to mimic.
That face right there.
Well,
get
it's
you
too
some big
skinny.
hoop
She's
earrings.
too round, her
She
waist.
is very round. She's very plump.
You know,
That's- yeah.
And
You
that's
know,
not a stab at her
She's still cute.
weight or
we
anything.
did
like
a
that.
skit. No, I would pummel that him, shim, her ass.
I-
But no,
Thank you for using her pronouns.
We,
Jay.
Yeah,
we
him,
did
shim.
we did a skit where we roasted Demi Lovato.
Oh, and
it
yeah.
wound
Fucked up the recording.
Yeah, we messed up the recording.
And
so
Mike
we wound
Baker
up not using
ended
it.
up foiling our,
And
our
Mike
audio.
Baker got us, yeah. So we wound up roasting this girl, and turns out everybody wants to kind of burn her a little bit right now.
Yeah, well,
over
she's just
how
she's filthy rich and she's famous and she doesn't
Yeah.
live the life of the average person, but she's desperately trying to cancel.
But she's up
every
here in her
fucking
ivory
buddy.
tower.
Yes, yeah.
making moves and
Well,
telling
okay.
people.
Here's a great example of what I just said.
The rate-
Rather than
my bad.
Demi Lovato's riddled with issues, right? She was on heroin and
Bulimic.
Right. So the thing is,
She's got
the
mental
same thing
health
as me
issues.
and conspiracy
Yeah.
theories. Demi Lovato doesn't want to look internally and do the work. She
Sure.
doesn't want to fight the dragon.
That's hard.
Shout out Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
She'd much rather attack frozen yogurt. She'd much rather externalize
Him,
all her
hers.
issues
Yeah.
rather than doing the work that she needs to do and figure out what the fuck is wrong with
She's
her.
going after a group like the sports guys we were talking about. She's trying to go after like the trans.
Yes, she's
group that
got her tribe. It's the
she's got
PC
a
culture.
tribe. Jesus Christ, does everybody have a tribe?
Of course, we're tribal people, creatures by nature. You know,
I
it's
know, but
very hard to not.
Her tribal is just so gay, pun intended.
Yeah, well, no, it was actually not even pun intended. That's just
It's
straightforward.
so
Her tribe is very gay.
non-binary, pun
Yeah,
intended.
it's very gay. But yeah, man, that's just instead of looking inside and
this.
doing the Demi Lovato radio host quit show rather than stopping. What the hell did it say?
Sorry, it's
That's all right. But yeah, man, she
Goddamn
just
Wi-Fi.
she
Good.
just. She's
Don't jinx it now.
externalizing, not to play armchair psychologist, radio host quit show rather than stopping jokes about non-binary pop star. Gangster
Yo,
move,
respect,
bro.
dude, because I would rather quit doing
Who is it?
DJVW.
Some dude from Chicago, I believe.
I would like to say his
Boston.
name. What's his name? Maddie in the morning. Maddie Siegel.
71.
71.
He's been in the game
Maddie
for a minute,
the
apparently.
Eagle Seagull.
Ooh, are we
Saying, I'm
aligning
not
with
taking
But
shit.
apparently he was taking little like joke jabs at her, and he got the call from the big boss, told
Yeah.
him that he can't speak about it.
Yeah.
Well, you could eat
And he
Maddie
basically, like,
Siegel's
yeah.
ass.
I would have been
walked
like,
off of the
I'd have
show
been like,
and
wait,
then come
you're
back.
gonna fire me over this junkie?
yeah, I
fucking
mean the girl
weirdo.
literally just tried to cancel frozen
Dude,
yogurt,
hopefully
and
she
you're
comes
gonna.
and cancels us. We can take her on, bro.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we could definitely use the push on the YouTube.
We'll just send Jay after her to hit her. Just
Oh,
hit her,
I'll punch
Jay.
that
Jay,
bitch
just
right-
lay her
Transphobic
out.
I'll hit
trio
it.
from New Jersey.
Yeah,
I'll hit
yeah.
her fucking hair long.
Yeah, Jay will lay her out, and then I will denounce Jay. I'll go, I didn't tell him to do that.
I would lay her out and then kiss
You'll
her
instigate
on
the
the
whole
belly.
thing and just watch from afar.
Exactly. I have no association with Jay. And
But
his-
yeah.
now, if you look historically on the show, we talked about Jay's bouts of rage, and this is
yeah.
just a what do you call that? A fugue state?
Let me ask you something. It's not right to hit a girl, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Depends on the
let's say
circumstances.
she's
Yeah,
mid.
I was about to say, let's not go.
Well,
if
let's
you
say
want to go
it's-
that deep, we
Yeah.
can
No,
talk
no,
about
no.
it.
Let's say
Let's say she's coming at you with a knife.
No,
Is it okay to hit a girl?
I mean, I'm an outrunner. Unless it's Jackie Joyner
How about
Kersey.
what if you're
throwing
cornered?
knives.
What if you're cornered, baby? What if you're right here? She goes through that door. She's in that doorway. She's got a knife.
Oh, I have no qualms with hitting a woman.
Okay.
She doesn't have to come at me with a knife. She just got to call me fat or
That's
something.
it. That's it. She's got to say
And
your
I'm gonna
J's are fucking
deck
trash.
that bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll crush a woman.
Yeah.
But yo, with Demi Lovato,
Yeah.
is it okay? I'm saying like socially, is it acceptable? Because you're not supposed to socially hit one. Greg Hardy, you're my champion,
Yeah,
but
but
you're not supposed to
Jesus
socially
Christ.
hit one.
What is it to socially strike
You're
a
not
woman?
supposed to be able to hit them and be. It's not cool. But
Okay.
let's say she's mid transformation into being a dude.
Yeah.
Can you crack that ass?
I mean, I don't even know if you have to wait for that. Aren't we all equal?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Are we all equal?
I should be able to run at her and flying drop kick her in the face.
I mean, there's a lot of different pronouns now.
Yeah,
Sure.
And women, females, she's are the only pronoun that you're not supposed to strike. So what about zims? Can you
And
strike
zers.
And zers. Can you strike zims and zers?
and equestrians. I think that's a horse wrangler.
Are you allowed as equestrian? Are you allowed to do that though? There is rules that the pronouns are new, and we do have to establish
Sure.
rules when it comes to
Look,
combat.
Honestly, I just love like how people say you want to be called whatever you want to be called. That's fine. And,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I don't care about that.
But
Whatever.
honestly, I'll do the best that I can. But I don't want you to hold my feet to the fire, so to say, about any of this, dude. If I get it wrong, don't try to come at me so aggressively. Just be like, hey, like if somebody calls me Steve, I'll be like, hey, my name's actually Jay.
Yeah. Do you want to
Yeah.
practice?
It is a little confusing.
If you
right?
want to practice, just go to Starbucks.
Okay.
Starbucks seems to almost exclusively hire people transitioning.
Sure.
I went to a Starbucks, the one on Route 9.
Yeah.
Old Bridge, South
Portland-
Amboy area,
yeah.
by the Wawa. And
Oh, I love that place.
yeah. If you go inside,
Yeah.
there's like 3 trans dudes working there.
Oh, really?
No shit.
You know what those
It's
people
not even a
are?
joke.
I'm not gonna lie. Trans dudes. I've met a couple at like there was one at the Wawa over in Sayreville.
Good looking. Oh,
Nothing
no?
but nice to me.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, he's he's getting there.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
getting good looking.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, takes a little bit.
Well,
Get
I
to the
felt
point
like-
where Jay wants to bang him.
Right. I felt like the trans dudes in
Wait for the
Starbucks.
titties to come in first.
They were.
right?
I felt like they just weren't doing enough. You know, like one of them had like a side ponytail and like the nails done,
The one
and
that
I was
I-
just like, you're not even
every
trying. Like,
trans
can you
person-
look better for me?
Every trans person that I met has been very pleasant, though.
I
They've
don't
been
meet a
very
lot.
nice. The way that they're demonizing them in this, where they say like they're all going after this guy for being transphobic.
That's
I don't
internet
even
shit.
think it's the trans community.
No, it's not the trans
I think
community. It's
people-
white women.
It's
It's
angry
white women.
white.
It's
Oh
white
my
women.
god,
Internet,
yo!
bro.
Speaking of the other day, Steph had me rolling. She said something. We were at some kind of place or something like that, and I ordered something, and then they didn't get it right, and then the girl kind of gave me an attitude,
Yeah.
and then I told Steph, and she was like, I would have pulled a Karen. I would have talked to that manager.
Yeah,
I was like, that is so.
I never
funny.
talked to anybody's
Pulling
manager. I
a
don't give a
fucking
fuck.
Karen, dude. I love it.
But yeah,
but you
that
got
is
a
the
bunch of
people-
Karens coming at
That's
you.
it. That's who it is. It's very rarely when it comes to these like cancel cultures, outrage culture, all that shit. It's very rarely the disenfranchised group that is up in arms about it. It's usually somebody that thinks that they have they're in a position to speak on behalf of this disenfranchised group. Which the only people who think that are typically like,
Well, I mean, like
white women.
Yeah, but I mean, how do
white
you
women.
feel? Seeing as you're gonna have no testicles soon, and you would be closer to them than us. I mean, you're kind of more like a Zimzer.
Well, then I'd be right in the
than
middle.
me and Marco,
I could
for
change my
instance.
pronoun.
You could be Shim,
No, I want to make up
What the
some new
fuck is
shit.
this shit,
Quim.
bro?
Quim, I don't mind Quim. Quim's kind of nice. I like a Q.
Quim is nice.
I don't know.
What
I
about,
have to think
what
on it
about
a little
Quim?
bit. Quim.
You could say I'm Quim.
Wh-
Woman, him.
Yeah,
Quim?
yeah. I don't know. I want to think of something
work.
cool. I think I just want to make my pronoun
Captain America.
Cobra, and you just have to call me
That's
Cobra
it.
no matter what. And if you don't, it's prejudice.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fucking flip on you. And then when it really comes down to it, I call myself Cobra
You should
because
get a cool little Johnny Knoxville tattoo over your breast. It just says Cobra.
I'm gonna get just on the empty sack. It's just gonna say Cobra.
Cobra. Once was Cobra.
I don't know. My ball skin's pretty tough. I think that
You
as
scared?
far as tattoos
you
go,
got your thing coming up, right?
yeah. This upcoming Friday, I have. They're gonna cut me open and take the ball
Is
out.
the boy going to be in the studio Sunday though?
I would like to. The only
Me and
mystery,
Marco were talking about this last night. We are like, yo, what if he doesn't show? I mean,
you might
there's
do-
no way me and Marco. I can't carry the show with this guy.
I think it would
sorry.
be just fine. I think
I
you
can only complete like
I
two
think-
sentences.
No, I
back
think
to
it would
back.
be
That's it.
really good, and I could probably even call in. But I don't think it's going to come to that because
I'll start talking about like things. I'll be like, huh, Marco? And he'll be like,
make sure you get incredibly
And then you
high.
zoom in on his face. And
I would be upset if Marco wasn't the highest he's ever been. If you had to,
Oh, yeah.
that day, if you had to fill in.
He's gonna be barbecued.
Yeah, bro. Well, I think it'll be fine. The only thing that's a mystery is like how bad am I going to wake up and go, holy shit? Or
I
am
would
gonna
like
wake
for
up and
you
go
to
like,
come here high on painkillers to see how that kind
I'm
of
actually
show
a little
is.
worried about. I don't really want to take painkillers, so I'm just
Well, I
hoping
mean,
that
get them and sell them then.
Yeah, I can sell them, but they'll be gone real quick in my building.
That's
because-
that hustling your
No, they
blood,
won't
baby.
get. I won't get any money. They'll just stab me and rob me. But yeah, I
Get
would.
that Shimshir Zimher.
I don't want to. It's Cobra. I don't want to.
Get it right.
I don't want to take painkillers. I'm not a fan of painkillers. I had to take them one time when they did something to my tooth, and I flushed them down the toilet because I was just scared of them. Like I took them, and I felt terrible because you're not supposed to take them on an empty stomach. Did that? It was terrible.
That's
and then
the
I was like,
best
"Fuck
to take
it."
them on an empty stomach.
Is
That's
that what
how
you're supposed
want-
to? I felt
mean, you want to
fucking
get real
gross.
fucked up, you take them on an
Yeah,
empty
I
stomach.
felt super
You want to
gross.
get real fucked up, you blow them down.
Yeah.
Over the toilet. You know?
I'm worried because I never had super addiction. Like I never hit addiction with anything, and I'm like, I'm gonna be 40, and all of a sudden I'm gonna get like real hooked on meth.
That's how people get addicted to it. And
They get surgery.
yeah.
They get surgery, and then they
That's how
become
normal
dependent.
people do. Not like
I'm just gonna
when we
lean
were
into
young.
the pain. You know, I'm gonna go, yeah, man, the pain made me a better person, and I'm just gonna fucking feel it.
That would be Dark Dave.
That would be dark.
You
Yeah,
guys
imagine I
remember
came back and it just
Dave?
became real dark. Imagine everything. Go on and say something. Say something. Say like a little, like a little fun thing.
So we adopted a
Shut
kitten
the
today.
fuck up. I don't fucking want to hear it, dude.
It's
flowers
such
are
a nice
coming
day
in.
outside.
Can we talk about just something a little bit darker?
Cherry blossoms are.
Like,
are
We're all
coming
gonna
in.
fucking die. At the end of the day, we're on a rock. We're in space, and the
Spinning.
end is coming for all of us.
Sure.
This right here, it's fucking pointless.
Dark Dave.
Dark Dave.
I don't
Dark
like it.
Dark Dave.
I don't like Dark
no,
Dave.
no, no.
I don't like Dark
That's
Dave.
who I am inside.
Dark Dave
That's
is
scary.
almost
That's who I am
upsetting
inside.
because with you being as small as you are and
Yeah.
you talking to me like that, I'm really
Yeah,
on a hair trigger to
I
smash
like
your
that.
face in.
What-
I would be like those two little Russian, pull those little
Don't bring
Russian
those little dudes up.
midget.
Don't say
Muslims.
that, midget. Don't say bro.
Hey, Toronto
midget
Sun's
Muslims?
calling them dwarves.
Russian dwarves
Dwarves,
rise
yeah,
up in
that's the-
anger
that's the-
over mini MMA mayhem.
I thought dwarves plural was
God.
with a V.
Damn it. You know, if like we couldn't bear children and we had to, you know, fucking adopt a kid, I
Yo.
probably would adopt that little guy on the right, and he's 28.
I like the one on the left. He's much older in the face.
Oh yeah, he's got older face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does have. He's got
But
looks
grandpa.
like
what
he's
are
been
the
through
odds
it.
that you got two of these little guys? What's Russia doing over
Wait,
there?
can I go up there's a paragraph right beneath
Yeah,
that picture.
yeah.
I want to read that. This is unethical, wrong from my point of view. It seems to me that the only on the one hand it could be correct and beautiful. What? If martial arts among small people are made a Paralympic sport.
Hey,
So
Toronto
it's-
Sun, blow me.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's unethical and wrong unless it becomes a Paralympic sport, and
Yes.
then it's
And
beautiful
then it's okay.
and correct.
Yeah, what about all those Thai kids that like fight? when
Dude, those
Dude,
are
they start
motherfuckers.
fighting at like 5,
Yeah, they're
6,
like
7
50
for
fights
money
before-
to
yeah.
pay for shit in the house.
All right, Jay, so remember that question that we pitched like real early on in the show's history?
Yeah.
Has like how many children can you fuck up?
Yeah.
How many Thai kids? What do you think you'd have a harder time with, Thai kids or a gang of these old
If 10
Dwarf
of those,
kids.
if 10 of
Those
those
kids.
little Russian dwarves came after me,
Yeah.
and 10 Thai kids came after me,
Yeah.
I would have a way harder time
Than
with those
regular
Thai
ass,
kids.
like with the
Those
Thai kids,
kids?
yeah.
Those
You're
little
talking
legs.
about the leg kicks are going to catch up to me in the
They're
long.
literally going to be
you know.
flying kneeing you in the face and
That
shit.
guy, we saw from the stare down, he can't throw a kick.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
fucking does
He would
that.
have
It
to,
was cute.
He would have to, oh, so adorable. It's so cool. It was like a little thing of puppies. Dude,
It was pretty cute. I'm not
dude,
gonna
he was
lie.
like,
What the-
gaga. And
God,
they have
I
that
love
little,
their faces,
They have that
though.
little voice and everything like
You
that.
know, they're kind of like,
Absolutely
you
love
got
them.
dogs and there's, different breeds of dogs. French bulldogs are so ugly they're cute. That's what they're like, the French bulldogs of little people.
Hey,
Those
Marco,
little
be
guys
careful.
right
We
there.
don't want to get pulled off of YouTube
No,
again.
yeah. Yeah, so I felt really bad because last episode we had a lot of fun with the Hell in the Cell clip, and it turns out Vince McMahon is not a big fan of you running anything WWE without
Vince
his permission.
McMahon needs to get paid for everything.
Yeah, so we got
you
hit
guys
with that
remember
copyright
that,
thing.
okay? You guys remember that.
And now we're having Jay is actually going to do a Hell in the Cell with Vince McMahon
Yep.
in order to win the right
Oh
to be
my
able
god,
to.
dude,
fuck
his
you up.
pectorals are gigantic.
Can you
They're
bring
like
up,
the
please?
size of turkeys.
Can you bring up shirtless Vince
hang-
McMahon?
Yeah, shirtless
'Cause I'm trying
Vince
to beat
McMahon.
this dick, and I need something to do it to.
Let's
Bring
see
up
a
shirtless Vince McMahon.
Do you remember when he came into the ring and he tore his like quads off the bone?
Yeah.
and he was on the floor yelling at them. Dude.
Who do you think would win? A younger,
Oh.
if you age them the right way. Look
Yeah.
at those guns, bro. Dana White or Vince McMahon, same age.
Oh,
you know,
Dana White versus Vince McMahon.
Yo, my man is so juicy,
Dude,
Yo.
if they played this right,
He's
right,
the ultimate white guy.
Dude, yo,
this
yeah,
is the
hell yeah.
ultimate white guy.
oh for sure, dude. If Dana White
Look at
fought
him there.
Vince McMahon,
yeah.
they could title like White versus Minced Man.
Dude,
you know,
I would watch the shit out of
Dude,
that.
look at
Look
those fucking
at this
legs.
dude.
take
How
my
old is
money,
he?
bro.
Look, Vince McMahon has 3 a.m. workout. That's 3 a.m. You feel like a bitch yet? Vince
Yeah, for
McMahon
real, right?
would
How old
butt
is
fuck
he?
me.
How old is
Let's
he?
see right here.
It's right there.
1969 was his debut as a commentator.
Oh my god, he was so.
He was born in 45?
So how old does that make him?
I was
55,
hoping you would do the
65,
math.
75,
I go by
95.
10s
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
10,
95, 2005, 2015.
He's 75.
Phew.
That's crazy. And he's
I
so
was
juicy.
running out of finger. It's
Bro,
a good
he
thing
looks
we,
great for 75.
Dude, his dick
Oh, he looks
probably
terrific.
So small from all the fucking
No
No, I hope he
way.
injects
Dude,
steroids
you-
straight into his dick.
You know he's taking Blue Chew and whatever the fuck else
Oh,
they got
yeah,
for
he's
that
bonered
dick.
up, baby.
Oh, he's
I wanna get my hand
properly
on some Blue
fucking
Chew.
a young girl.
Yeah,
not
I-
his
never
wife.
mind.
Not his wife. Can you
Linda
type in
McMahon?
wife after that? I want to see his wife.
yeah,
Vince
let's see
McMahon's wife.
Linda
I want
McMahon.
to see who he's fucking.
I hope she's on estrogen if he's on all
She
that
was,
TRT.
She was working with fucking Donald Trump. She was in his cabinet.
Really?
Oh, and by cabinet, I
wife
mean
McMahon? Oh, Linda
Under his
McMahon.
desk.
Oh no, look at her. She
Wah,
looks like the ultimate
wah.
Karen.
Yeah, she's old.
Oh,
God,
she's out here
ultimate
fighting for
carrier.
trans rights. This bitch.
Is she?
Look at her.
Oh, she looks like
Oh
Hillary
yeah, because I
Clinton.
said these old white women are the ones that are fighting on behalf of disenfranchised groups.
Yo, this is what Hillary Clinton would look like if she lost some weight. She
Yeah.
looks like a cross between Hillary Clinton and Judge Judy.
That picture all the way to the left, she's like relatively pretty. You know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would
compared
like.
to
Can you,
Vince
can you type in
McMahon,
young? Can you type in young? I'd like to see a young Linda
compared
McMahon.
to Vince McMahon, you think he's dicking her down?
Dude, Vince
he's probably
McMahon's
been
dick
dicking
looks
down-
like an iguana, all
Oh, yeah.
scarred up,
Veiny,
all green,
dark.
It's got a fucking
Probably-
a row of spikes down the spine.
Probably oiled up too. You
Yeah.
know how he used to come out all oiled up.
Yeah, it's real dark too. It's significantly darker than the rest
so
of his body. There you
powerful.
go, young. Yeah, let's see what she looked like. Wow, they really hid
Good
her.
old
She looked
Vinnie
pretty
Mac
old,
right
pretty
here.
young.
Look,
you
She
know?
did
Young
look
Vinnie
very
Mac.
old, very
Jesus
young.
Christ, was she ever young?
Look at it. Yeah, she was always old.
She's always
Look at
old.
her though. Look at her touching her man.
Yeah,
Look
bro.
at Vince McMahon. Like, you want to watch her fuck me?
Vince McMahon
Shane
looks
O'Mac.
pretty goddamn close to doing blackface there.
Yeah, he is very dark.
Very dark there.
Suspiciously
and we're,
dark.
And we're not going to show any pictures because we'll definitely get kicked
Oh
off
no,
of
we're
YouTube.
showing this
Yeah,
this
we're
thick,
talking.
Can
bronzed,
we?
oiled
Can
up
we?
Vince
Dude,
McMahon.
back in the day,
No,
the
this is the
fucking-
type of shit he wants us to show. He's like, you
Oh,
can't
okay.
use my content, but you can show
You can
pictures
show
of me
me all
looking good,
bodied up and oiled
Yeah.
up.
Got a chest on him,
Speaking
baby.
of back in the day, we were talking about punishments you used to get.
Oh, that's so- yeah, yeah,
When you
yeah.
were a kid,
Uh-huh.
because I was just watching this one guy on Instagram. He's like the be a man guy. He's like, you know, da 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 da, be a man. He says something. And be a
Okay,
man.
he's got little mottos.
And I was just thinking about the time like when you were younger and you got caught smoking.
Yeah.
They would say, we're going to sit here and you're going to smoke the whole pack.
smoke this whole
Basically, if you did that, if a kid did that and he inhaled, if Jack got
Yeah.
caught smoking
Yeah.
and you made him smoke a pack of cigarettes, I could guarantee you death.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
By nicotine.
I like it. It's like if my son was writing on the wall with crayons, and I was like, "Hey, get over here, cancer," and I just gave him cancer all of a sudden. Like,
No, it'd be like, imagine if you caught him writing with crayons and then you made him paint like a fence that's fucking
Yeah,
300 yards
exactly.
long.
That's
well,
like
that would
my
actually keep him from ever doing this shit again.
arm.
You make a kid smoke a pack of cigarettes, and they're fucking Newport for life, baby. Like that's.
Oh, you
that's
got a
it.
brand ambassador for life,
That's
baby.
it, man. He's looking up to the Marlboro.
What did you guys
cowboy.
used to like? If
Like, what was your punishment?
Yeah, 'cause
of
Jay, I
choice?
feel like
They
your
tried-
dad just beat
Not
your
of
ass.
choice, but the ones that your
Well, they
parents laid on
tried.
you.
They tried hot sauce with me, but
Yeah.
I like hot
I gotta
sauce.
piss again. Go on.
I mean, hot sauce was always kind of my John.
Yeah.
You know, so they
You don't
tried
want to
hot
talk
sauce.
about your punishments?
Nah, Dave is like,
It's
this
too
is bringing-
traumatic, I guess.
This is bringing up like bad memories. So he's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I have a mild erection, and I'm also having flashbacks.
I remember when my mom, I guess, used to hit me with the belt, the classic belt.
Okay,
Not
well-
the buckle, but the belt.
Well, that's
And it's funny because she still
That's
tries.
not just smoking cigarettes. Now you're physically abusing him. See, like smoking a
Hey,
cigarette
bro.
or two is like one thing, but it's like, how did your mom discipline you? She made me kneel on a board of rice out in the winter, just
See, that's some
naked.
intense shit.
Yeah, that's abuse. That's not like here, smoke the rest of the cigarette.
That's like torture tactics.
I mean, you would get beaten badly. that's
She
not
wouldn't
good.
kill me, but
But I think all Hispanic kids kind of took an ass whooping when
Yeah.
they were younger. Like chanclas for me.
oh yeah, that's
Oh
true.
God, I'd
That's
get my
true.
ass whooped. But
My one
a
Hispanic
chancla?
friend had the wooden spoon.
Oh, cucharon.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the Spanish shit that we can't talk about with Whitey over here. Oh, here comes Whitey.
All right.
We're talking about getting.
Childhood abuse memory right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just talking about like like shenanigan-y kind of things where it's like, oh, if you get caught smoking, you smoke a pack of cigarettes. Fucking Marco over here is like, my mom used to beat me with a belt. I'm like,
to cut my face.
Now we're diving into something a little bit more dark.
I feel like I did deserve it. I did some fucked
Yeah,
up show when I was
it's
younger.
good to.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's good to beat
Like
your kids.
senseless shit.
Oh yeah, I got beaten badly
Yeah, I
one
believe
time.
that. Not
by the
bad
old
enough.
man.
When I was a kid, my mom went to go hit me one time, and I ran away. And
Oh, so open hand?
I don't remember because I ran away and I slipped and tripped and hit my head on a radiator. It split my head open. It was
Yeah.
like squirting blood. So she
Fucked
never.
yourself
Now
up.
it's
did
all
it again.
starting to kind of come
Yeah, yeah.
together.
But my
Oh,
mom
he's
would.
good.
My
the
mom
head
would.
trauma.
Yeah. She would
Yeah.
take things away from me. Just simple stuff. You can't go outside. You can't do this. And I remember for a certain amount of time, I wasn't allowed out during the summer. I had gotten punished, and I also had tendonitis, and the doctor said I had to take it easy in
Yeah.
order to recover. So I would sit on with my chin on the window ledge, and I would watch my friends across the street play outside. It was a dark summer,
gosh.
and eventually it moved to this. And I just started chewing on the window ledge. Over time, I ate a large percentage of a window ledge.
Fucking
with
beaver,
with
bro.
massive amounts of lead paint.
The paint,
Yeah.
the wood, Like
It's
ate
all
it.
starting to make sense.
And
now.
my mom came over
the
one
head
day and she's
trauma,
like,
the lead paint.
Yeah, the lead paint. I ate a lot of shit when I was
You
a kid.
should be on those Jacoby and Myers things. Have you eaten lead paint?
No, I
between
should have
the
been on
90s?
fucking My Strange Addiction because I would have showed up. Well,
Oh my
I don't know.
God,
Some of
those
this bitch,
people are
one bitch
wild.
ate a whole fucking couch cushion. So I mean, you know.
Oh, dude, the lady with the fucking baby powder with the.
Yeah, oh, that shit was
Oh
crazy.
my God.
I think the
Bitch,
worst-
just do cocaine.
Her
What are
friend
you
was
doing?
The drywall.
Drywall.
Oh, that
yeah.
lady that ate all the drywall.
Yep.
I think
and
some
she
bitch,
would.
didn't some bitch eat bricks or some shit?
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
Then the one lady ate nail file boards.
Yeah.
Like
I used to
Like
eat
fucking
the-
Doritos.
I used to eat pencils, so I would eat like the whole pencil. I would eat it was graphite at the time because
Yeah.
they stopped using lead in
Yeah,
pencils.
yeah.
But I would eat the graphite. I would eat the eraser. The only
Sure.
thing I couldn't eat was the little metal casing around the
Oh,
thing.
I did used to bite my
spit that out.
pencils. I would.
Yeah.
Like,
I would eat my
like
shirt,
corn on
too.
the cob, baby.
I was very insecure as a child, so I put my shirt in my mouth and I would just.
You know what I do?
I like the taste of laundry
You know what I
detergent.
do?
That's what it was.
I like when my mustache grows out and I could tuck the hairs in and I chew them.
I have to trim it because I will do that too. I will.
That's why we're best. That's why we're ninth best friends.
Ninth best friends, and that's
Ninth
I'll
best
do the
friends
same
for
thing. I'll
life.
trim that. I'll do other things too. I'll just rip nose hairs out of
Oh
my
my
nose.
god, I love ripping out nose
Yo,
hairs.
you
know
get
what
a
I do?
cluster?
I get
Stephanie was
earlobe
picking
hair,
at me.
and I go like this while I'm driving.
You have earlobe hair?
Yeah, little
Oh,
earlobe
dude,
hairs.
Stephanie picks out my earlobe hair like
Y'all
a
have
chimpanzee.
I don't have
Yeah.
earlobe hair.
You know
That's weird.
What's this little
Uh,
thing? Tragus?
yeah,
That's
oh,
what
yeah,
it's
yeah.
called.
Tragus, yeah.
People get that shit pierced.
The only
Yeah,
reason
yeah.
we know what it's called
Super
is because
hot.
people get it pierced.
Yo, speaking of piercings, when you told me you used to have an eyebrow ring, I almost
Yeah.
smacked you.
Yeah, I had an
Yeah.
eyebrow
I
ring
was
too.
like, oh my
bro.
god, I didn't know you're
Marco,
non-binary.
what were your piercings?
Bro, I was the fucking emo fucking
Dude,
screamo.
yeah,
I know
yeah.
plenty of
Back in the
emo
day.
guys that don't have eyebrow rings. I
Really?
would have
They
thought
weren't
that,
true emo
I got
guys.
that
then.
I would have thought-
2005.
What's
or
the difference
6.
between an emo kid and a scene kid?
Listening to Stain.
No,
No, none of them listen to
I don't
Stain.
fucking know. I grew up.
That's
listening
the same
to-
shit.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's the difference between a guy who's got an eyebrow ring and a
Yeah.
guy who doesn't. You
Stained?
never Stained and ICP.
ICP.
I
Holy
never fucked with
fuck
ICP. Fuck
ICP,
them.
bro.
They're
I
so
could
whack.
never stand ICP,
Oh
especially
my
because
God.
Eminem hated him, so it was a rap
Dude,
for
you
me. I
had
couldn't
an
fucking
eyebrow
stand him.
ring. You were halfway there
I had a
already. You
lip-
might as
I had-
well.
Okay, so I had an eyebrow ring.
Yep.
I had the lip ring.
You're
Yeah.
a fucking juggalo.
I had the gauges.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
at one point, I had fucking the cartilage and a second piercing as well.
That's almost identical to what I had.
Yeah.
The only thing that I had over you was I had a tongue piercing for one night. The reason I had a tongue piercing for one night
You
is
had a
because
tongue
yeah, I had a
piercing?
tongue piercing.
That is
I had it for
so
one night 'cause I lost,
1990s.
so I was sucking some dude's cock.
Well,
Dude,
I
that is
didn't lose
so-
it. I know. I stayed in
That's
for
so
that.
1990s of you to be a young Hispanic
Yeah,
male with a
with a
tongue
lo-
piercing.
Dave
They were-
totally looks like a dude with nipple rings, right?
I
could-
couldn't get them pierced because they would get stuck
Yeah.
under my armpits, and my nipples are so far. It just fucking bums me out. But when I was
still-
younger, I got my tongue pierced, and I came home that night. And you're not supposed to eat when you have your tongue pierced. And my mom used to throw down on homemade oatmeal raisin cookies. And
Yeah,
I came
yeah.
home.
I imagine she used to throw those microwave dinners in there like a champ.
I
Just,
used to
ooh,
fuck
ooh.
around with them
Get a couple
kids' cuisines,
encores.
baby. Kids' cuisines with
Couple
them.
encores for the
Woo!
boys.
But she would make oatmeal raisin cookies from scratch, and came home. They were there. I took that shit out, and it was like taking a cork out of my tongue. I spent the next 10 minutes just filling up the sink with blood so that I could finally eat some cookies.
Did you get it done professionally?
No, I got it done by some crusty bitch in her living room. She smelled like cat litter.
That sounds about right.
Sounds
honestly.
sanitary.
But yo, I
think she
I
gave
had
me,
a
like-
bunch of like piercings. I've had my septum done, so I've had that done. I had my nostril done twice. I had my lips done.
Okay.
I had 3 holes in this. I had 3/4-inch plugs. I had a whole bunch of stuff done.
Ooh, I don't like a nipple piercing, man.
You know
I'm not
what?
a fan.
You know what I'll tell you is there are a
They
lot
get-
of
they-
women with nipple rings.
They look
Yes.
good, but they get in the way when you're sucking on them, you know?
Yeah, I don't want to suck
No,
on
no,
some
no,
fucking
no.
surgical steel, bitch.
Yeah, it's weird because it's gonna crack in the teeth when you're licking a
Ooh,
nipple.
yeah,
They
yeah,
look
yeah.
cute, though.
Also, what do they
Dude,
get caught on a shirt?
My boy had his tongue pierced back in the 90s
Yeah.
there or early 2000s, and I was just like, bro, you gotta stop. You gotta
this
take
out.
that out. That is the
What
gayest
do you
thing
think about
I've ever
that?
seen.
Oh my god, dude.
Yo, I know a guy at work who's got one of those. Prince Albert.
What's it taste
Wait,
like?
there's different ones.
This was episode 45
so
of
weird.
DJVW.
That's fucking
There's a Prince Albert, a reverse Prince Albert.
Oh my god,
Dude, what
I
makes
didn't
you
even
want
know
to
there's
put
that
that
many
in your dick, bro?
I didn't even know there's that many dick.
I didn't know there was
rings.
variations yet.
Oh, they practice on bananas.
That's good.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Because it's consistency. It's the same thing.
I mean, it's gonna go through your dick like mush. Mine, they'd have a problem with.
It wouldn't
They'd
be able to get it through.
It's powerful.
His dick is thick, baby. Yeah,
His
I'm not a fan of that. Also, I feel like you want to talk about getting prone to infections. You want to talk about your piss stream getting all kinds of wild.
Sure.
You know, you ever wake up in the morning and your dick lips are just like stuck together a little bit, and you piss like crazy.
Even like the original Prince Albert right there. Look at like the end of the jewelry out the dick tip. It's just dangling there. There's
I would have never.
That's like stretching out your dick, your pee hole. Like
I would never do that and
Looks
think
kinda
that
like a
my
wart.
dick was gonna survive it. Like I'd be like, this is not.
Yo,
This is like
and
the first person to do that was probably trying to kill their dick.
I'd imagine that if you have the deep shaft reverse PA,
Yeah.
you would have to first put it in gently. You can't just slide your dick in because like that would just. If that gets caught and then pushes back,
See, that's
what I'm saying.
That's
have
an
a real
uncircumcised dick.
problem.
You're never pulling that dick skin back anymore. You're never exposing your dick
honestly,
head
if
anymore.
he got an erection, he could do some tearing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying because the dick skin
So,
is not going to roll back off that head
Can
no
we just
more.
all agree that the dick piercings are not worth it?
Dude, imagine how many times you've gotten your like other piercing stuck like while you're sleeping, taking your shirt. Imagine getting your dick, your piercing stuck in your underwear. Like,
man.
wrap.
That's
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
That's some saw shit, dude.
It doesn't
That's
look
like
good
Saw.
either. You know, I
No,
got to
it's-
admit, piercings are a weird thing because they don't like when I put something through my eyebrow, I wasn't like 10 points better. Like,
Super
like
cool
it wasn't
now.
like it doesn't
Super
look
cool.
better. It's just a thing and that's hanging off your fucking face. It's different than like a tattoo is like a piece of art. This is just a piece of metal through your your dick and come on, for equality purposes.
I was just gonna say.
Of course.
Clitoral hood piercings?
Let's bring up these clit piercings, baby.
Oh, there's a lot of rubber ones
This
there.
clit has the fucking chain on it.
Oh my god, that
Oh.
clit looks like Prince for some reason.
Bedazzled,
Doesn't it remind
baby.
you like of something
Purple
Prince?
clit.
Got that
Purple
bedazzled
clit.
pussy. Let's see.
I don't know, man. This is
Oh,
all
they-
just
ooh,
too.
that
This
was
is
that.
all
That's
too
a nipple.
intense,
That's a
dude.
nipple. All the way to
Ew.
the right
Yo,
is
look
very
at
aggressive.
the one that your thing was just on. That thing is holding on by a thread.
it really is.
Yeah,
bro.
go to that thing.
That
You
shit's
blow
about
on
to-
that shit.
Gravity's
Falling
about
off.
to take that thing down.
ring, that nipple ring looks like the guy's eyebrow ring from Disturbed.
That
I mean,
nipple ring's been in there for a long
that
time.
thing is holding on
Just-
barely,
The dudes
just
from Disturbed,
barely.
you
Yeah.
had the Brett, and they're like hooks.
Yeah.
They're like, weird.
Dude, back in the day, he was proper. I mean, he would be like, ooh, ah,
Yeah,
and then
name
it would just
someone who can
erupt
fucking do that
with white.
properly.
It would just erupt with white angry kids.
Yeah, angry white kids everywhere. I
let's
like a
move
nose
on from
piercing.
this
Nose piercings
stupid
do look good.
piercing thing.
I think, but I'm not a fan. I had my lip pierced too for a while.
Oh, dude, I did too because I thought it was gonna be cool. I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna be the coolest.
Fucking
cat in the
Blink-182, bro.
I was cool.
Oh, yeah.
When it
Yeah.
happened in high school, bitches were like, "Huh," and I was like, "Yeah, bitches." But
Everybody
But-
I
Like,
knew
yo-
that had an eyebrow ring was all white trash. I didn't know
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
yeah.
I sported my eyebrow ring pretty
Yeah,
dope.
I didn't keep it long
You're
because
Hispanic
it's
trash.
the only piercing I ever had that got infected. That's why
It left a
my
cool
eyebrow
scar.
went. "Fuck-oof."
It left a cool scar though.
I mean,
so.
it's
Yeah.
all about getting the scars.
I have a scar from mine. Plus, I have a scar from a rock right next to it. I got hit in the eye with a rock.
Yeah, I got some scarification on my face,
From
but
rocks?
not from rocks, from punches. But
Sweating
yeah,
rock?
I mean, I don't know, man.
I'm not-
I could never. It was just. It always looked like too much meat for me to
What if,
go
let's
through.
go. Let's go. All right, if you had to get a piercing right now that was outside of your ears, which one would you choose?
Probably another nose ring. I've had my
Yeah.
nose done.
Yeah,
like
I think I would go nose
I've
ring
had
too.
my
Thinking
nose
about
ring
getting-
done like.
I've been
3
thinking about
times.
getting a loop too for a while.
I've had it before. I'm thinking about getting just the other nostrils.
Marco.
I have 2 nostrils.
Go smoke some weed.
Let's
Why?
do it. Let's do it. Let's go get our noses pierced together. DJVW with go
No,
out and get the nose pierced.
I can't. Dude, I got
Oh, yeah,
holes,
you'll get
I got
blasted in
holes
it.
all in my face.
Not only that, but if you get punched in the nose with a nose ring, that's probably gonna be a bad time.
Well, do you remember when I used to the fight? I used to have to take out my gauges and all that shit before.
I see. That's
and then
what I
used to
kind of
put
was
them in.
thinking. I was like, did Jay already have his gauges out when I met him, or did he have them in? Because I don't remember you having.
I would take them out
Yeah.
and then I put them back in.
I
The thing
lost
is, my
some.
ears used to get all swollen
Yeah, I
after
was gonna
practice,
say that.
and then I would have to and then it would pop them back in. So I was like, you know
Oh, it
what?
hurts a lot.
And the thing is, my wife was trying to get me to take them out for years, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't. And it was doing MMA.
Yeah,
I was
that
like, you know
the,
what?
That was the catalyst.
These are done.
Yeah.
I
I'm
had
done.
mine. I took them out a year ago. I had inch. That was attached.
I had
to them,
3/4.
too.
Yeah.
And then one day I slept on them wrong and fucking it got all swollen.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't
dude.
put them back in.
When I went
Yeah.
to jail,
It's
when I went
crazy
to
how
jail,
much
I put-
variation they'll
Dude,
swell
and
and
I
they'll.
had them for fucking literally like over 10 years.
Dude, when I went to jail,
Wild.
I put toothpaste caps in my ears.
Oh, to keep them open.
you were
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
concerned
that's
about
pretty
that,
clever.
My ears can't close.
That's
Dude,
pretty clever.
yeah, I know. I was like, if I'm gonna be in here for a couple months, man, I can't have my ear balls closed.
Yeah, that's pretty clever though. I'll give you that. I
Earballs.
let mine close and then they don't really close. I let mine shrink and then I re-gauged them and I could only get as far as a 0 because I forgot how fucking bad it hurts. Like to
it
gauge your
hurts.
ears. Like when I was a kid, I just took that shit, for the looks. But when I had to do it to bring them back open again, fuck. Oh,
it was
man,
rough.
it hurt so bad.
Oh,
used to
you
skip every
understand?
You'd pop them through, and then you'd go.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's that pop of like success.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's finally
Yeah.
in, but I wouldn't use tapereds either. I would always just try
No.
to jump a few sizes.
Just
by
jam
forcing
it in
something.
there.
Every other.
Yep.
Every
If I was
other
a girl,
would do.
I definitely would take on all challengers because that's
Yeah.
the kind of guy I was jamming things in my ears.
Yes, that's
so
right.
I'd be like,
yeah,
let's
yeah. So
see
you'd
the
be
size of that
trying to
thing.
blow that old
Oh,
poussey
yeah, for
out,
sure.
baby.
Yo,
trying to open that thing
I want
wide.
to talk about the Tony Hinchcliffe thing. I want you to pull that up.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I don't know much
recently,
about this.
I'm very well versed
recently,
in it. I know what happened.
Tony Hinchcliffe
Everything go
come under
off.
fire because he came on stage
After
and
Peng
just
Dang.
started slamming
Who's
this
Peng Dang?
Asian
Okay,
guy.
so here's
Another comedian?
Yeah, Peng Dang
Peng Dang
is
is an Asian guy.
Yes.
We're gonna
Go
actually
ahead
he's
and-
Eastern European. Peng Dang.
Hey, look at him. He looks cool.
So that's
He's
Peng
Asian.
Dang, and he was. They said something about he was playing to the crowd or whatever.
I
So
know
he was
exactly
like-
what happened.
Yeah, and then Tony Hinchcliffe got on stage and was like, "You race traders, you're gonna." Because we don't say the words here, so
Yeah.
you're gonna applaud for this mink.
Yeah, well,
You
is there
know?
any quotes? Let's see if there's any quotes because I would like to. We can quote it as long
Oh,
as
we
it's
can
not
quote
us.
it.
But basically, yeah, Tony goes on this rant, calls everybody a bunch of race traders in the crowd.
Yeah.
Goes in on some really old school cliche Asian racist jokes.
Yeah,
and it
he
looks
even does
very.
the miss.
Yeah, he even does the mimicking.
says
Yep,
right
yep,
here,
he
yeah.
does.
He does the DJVW standard
Special.
Japanese guy.
Tying into common anti-Asian rhetoric during COVID. So basically, yeah, he goes on this big anti-Asian rant, and it's really comes off as distasteful, but it's out of context because what happened, and you know, people almost get up in arms about that. Like, how could it be out of context? What context would make all that racist shit seem okay?
I think racist shit should be okay in the confines of a
comedy.
comedy.
Yeah, but even more so when Peng Dang's set was all about how
when
China
fling
It
flang.
was super like
is
racial.
superior to America.
Oh.
How America is shit and China and Chinese people are superior.
And he was doing that down in Texas, and they were applauding.
It was, I
'Cause
mean,
they
you know, he
probably
was
knew
just
he was
doing
fucking around.
Yeah, he was just doing a set. It was just a bunch of jokes, and then Tony gets on and kind of goes harder in the paint than him
Yeah.
on the opposite side of it. Which, you know, obviously there is a certain amount of leeway granted to different cultures when it comes to comedy and the jokes they're making about Americans. Americans can get dunked on all day, it
Oh,
seems,
yeah.
and it's just fine. And I think it's just fine. It's
Well, I
comedy
mean,
to
the
me.
Asians used to dunk on them pretty hard, and they never started getting all uppity about it.
Yeah,
and now
until they got Yao Ming.
Can't say
and
anything
then-
about a goddamn Asian
And
now.
then he started dunking. But so basically, yeah, it was a follow up from Peng Dang's set, and the thing that's happening now is obviously the context has come out, so people are a little
Yeah.
bit
Yeah,
upset
yeah,
with
yeah.
with Dang, and not
Well,
only
Dang.
that,
What
but
did Dang have to say about it?
I don't know what he's necessarily had to say about it. But
He's the
people
one
have,
who gave the video to TMZ to play.
Yeah.
Fucking this dude,
He's probably
Ping
like, "Fuck
Pong,
it, let's get
was
some
like,
exposure."
let me give the video to TMZ.
Do
and
me a
then,
favor,
and
Marco.
then went up
Yeah.
and kind of really more or less ratted on Tony Hinchcliffe.
yeah, yeah. Open up
I
a
think
tab.
there's
Peng Dang racist tweets.
I think that there's a thing here where it's like when you're in that building and you're doing stand-up comedy,
Yeah.
there needs to be some allowance of racial humor because it's all a joke in there.
Yeah.
it should be like free
Well, it typically
reign.
is. It
You know,
typically is. Go
it
to
should be
images and
free
see if we
reign.
can
I
pull
mean, if
this
it's
up.
tasteful,
Click on
and it's, like,
images.
funny.
And that's the thing. I don't even think it has to be too tasteful, but it needs to be funny.
Well, you have
You
to
know?
give people the space to work shit out.
Well, I don't know. Have you ever seen that footage from back in the day with the dude from Kramer that got on stage and started calling everyone the N-word?
Yeah.
okay. Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be like
Yeah.
thought out and
now
clever.
wait, that's
Click
not
on-
even
click on
clever.
images.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it wasn't clever. He was just angry and he had stage time. That was the only. That was all that was going on there.
Probably had a
By a
few
black
drinks
He
in
guy.
was, yeah, he was disgruntled and he had a fucking microphone.
You know what the thing is? I wish I could play that every time like some guy in the movie theater's talking.
Go to images, Marco.
Oh my
Click on that
that's
real
so
quick. All right, so
funny.
let's see. Because I know one of the things they did was they pulled up.
Not one of my ping pong jokes
Scroll
landed,
down.
huh?
Scroll
Fuck,
down.
I thought it was gonna do good.
No, not that shit. Go down. Scroll down. Boop, 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 boop.
That's
okay. We're not
his
gonna find it,
face,
so it doesn't matter.
That teardrop face right there.
Yeah, little dude with the little head. So basically, what people
Ew.
have managed to do
Have you
recently.
seen this guy?
This is him?
Yeah, it's him. That's
He
him.
looks like a
What kind of comedy
cook
does
at
he
it.
have?
What kind of comedy does he have?
Yeah.
Apparently anti-American comedy. But and I don't have anything against that because comedy is comedy, and you got to give people an opportunity to
work
try
it
to
out,
make you laugh about something.
Yeah,
That's the whole goal.
Black comedy is slamming white people, and that shit is hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
You know, watching D.L. Hughley set,
Ooh,
it's
classic.
an entire set of slamming white people and how white people are. But really, all the white people I know, there's nothing like that.
Well,
you're talking about upper middle class
it's
and well-to-do white people.
Yeah. So what people have done since then is they've also managed to dig up tweets from early in Peng Deng's career, or at least his Twitter career, where he said like a bunch of openly racist shit to get laughs, I don't think it was distasteful or wrong or anything like that. It's just he tried to capitalize on this moment and portray himself as a victim, which is a huge betrayal to the comedian scene, because the idea is that if you are a comedian, that takes precedence over all other things. Your race, your gender. You are a comedian. You are not an Asian comedian.
Yeah.
You don't. It's a clique. And you don't sell out your homies.
I also think what a lot has to do here is anybody that is in Joe Rogan's circle and they get the opportunity to go after these
That's
guys.
a payday, yeah.
They go after them
because what
hard.
happens is the exposure that you get is insane,
Yeah.
especially if your exposure is predicated on you being a victim.
If you're Tony Hinchcliffe, because that's his boy. That's his. I mean, they both live in like Texas.
Dude, because people there's YouTube channels that people have. They sit here and have podcasts talking about other podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Joe Rogan has that all the time.
People
on, like, YouTube.
People make money for just talking about other podcasts, creating gossip and shit.
Yeah,
It's wild.
I think Tony Hinchcliffe ultimately is going to be just fine. He's one of the best stand-up comedians in the game right now. He has too many friends in too many high places. He's going to be just fine.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay. But like I said, I think when you're one of those like your Rogan's boys kind of thing, I think they go extra hard after you.
See, look at this.
Because they want to see you fall.
Scroll up a little bit.
I mean, look at them.
Right
They
above
both
that.
look almost alike.
Okay, so right there, stop. I was just really shocked by it, considering I had just had a really good performance speaking out against Asian hate going on in this country. Dang said of the racist reception he received from Hinchcliffe. So that's very disingenuous, because what happened was the whole set was like smashing Americans and claiming that China and Chinese people were superior. So he paints it as like his set was. Imagine a comedian going up and having a set just about anti-Asian hate. That's not what happened. Motherfucker, you went up there and made jokes about America sucking ass and China being the superior country.
And he tried to retaliate with some hard in the paint Asian things.
Well, Tony just went up there
set
and
in a comedic.
Yeah, he
setting.
went off the cuff, and out of context, it sounds really bad. But I pumped the brakes, and I was hesitant to cast any judgment, because there's no reason. Listen, man, if you're gonna hate on somebody for something that they did, there's no reason to rush that hate. Sit on it. Let it simmer. Learn all you can about it. Wait for the facts to come out. Wait for different opinions to come out. Develop your own opinion. There's no reason to rush to the gate to hate on somebody.
Unfortunately, that's not the world we live in anymore.
Yeah,
Dave.
but it's ridiculous, right? Because you gain nothing from jumping the gun.
No.
You
Well,
gain
that's the
nothing
thing. These
from being
people
the first
do.
person on the bandwagon.
They do. They
What is
gain
it?
clicks. They gain some sort of notoriety.
Sure, but if
So
you're
these
the
people-
average schmuck who's just, tweet, I guess, if your tweet goes fucking viral, then I suppose you're right, yeah.
I just went viral.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, to me, I like to sit back and just kind of see how things unfold. I don't see the value in rushing to conclusions and jumping on bandwagons with every other fucking moron.
They look like they could be brothers,
They
dude.
do. They look identical.
They're pretty close.
And
for him to call him, and I'm like, hey,
He looks
man,
like he's 15.
You're the pot calling
does
the
look
kettle Asian.
he looks very Asian. When I was I was driving with my niece the other day, and we were talking about like cancel culture and how everything feels more segregated than it ever has. And when I was a kid, not ever has, but since I was a kid in the 90s, it was like open cultural exchange. That's what we were being taught on Sesame Street and shit.
Yeah.
It was like, look at this culture, look at the beautiful aspects of this culture, look at them exchanging and borrowing from each other and learning about other cultures. Now it's like, this ain't for you. This is only for X culture.
Yeah,
this
like
is only for
dreadlocks.
X race. Yeah, like that's the thing, right?
How can someone
dreadlocks?
come at a black person come at a white person for fucking wearing dreadlocks? When
First of all, Vikings used
exactly,
to wear dreadlocks.
that's not the only example.
But it's
But
it's not that.
ultimately-
it's like, this is ours, not yours. You can't do
it
this.
shouldn't be
I
like
mean,
that
look
ever.
at me. I look like a young black 16-year-old.
I like the idea of open cultural exchange. I love the idea of borrowing.
There was a lot of that
things,
in the 90s and 2000s.
and then all of a sudden, and I was saying to my
2000s.
niece that like the height of it to me was Chappelle's Show, because Chappelle's Show was like everybody's getting gunned on, and you're gonna laugh at yourself, and you're gonna laugh at all the other cultures, and you're gonna find all the silly nuances in all of our behavior, and we're gonna stop taking this shit so seriously. Chappelle really dropped that barrier, and we all felt closer to each other. I used to sit there with my super white mom and watch Chappelle's Show, and we would laugh so hard
you know
at
what it
all
is?
of it.
I bet his crowd is super diverse too. And
Yeah.
Well, you know what it
Oh
is
hell
out
yeah,
there?
yeah! If you look at the Chappelle Show crowd when they would pan to the audience, white
Lot
people,
of white
Spanish people,
people.
black people, yeah,
Lot of white
yeah,
people.
man.
Young, old.
It took the tension out of the room.
You know what it is? It kind of sucks the comedic kind of thing out of it as well, though, because it's like I wanted to like start doing maybe some small skits and incorporating to them and kind of having like an homage to like Chappelle.
Yeah,
and, like,
great
we would-
idea, by the way.
we
I
would
agree with
play
that idea.
Like
It's
a
a-
skit. I had an idea that I wanted to do that I'm like, I don't know if we should do it because I don't know how it's received if you just look at. So you know how MAGA is MAGA?
Yeah.
You know, and it's Make America Great.
Yeah.
I wanted to do one where it's NAGA. No, America's great already.
Ah.
And then, you know, you got a bunch of NAGAs. And,
Oh
and
my
then you're
God.
like, and then I was gonna have.
God, but no shit though, Jay. That's a great premise.
Creative
Well, I
as
thought
fuck.
it was
That's
gonna
a
be
great
really
premise.
funny, and then we could have like our boys Marcus be like, "Man, look at that!
We're
That
walking
guy's
down
a
the
big
street.
naga."
I like it. I think that's
And
a tremendous
and I
idea.
thought
He puts
if
on,
he-
like, what's up, my fellow Naga?
Yeah, be like, bro, we're nagas, baby. No, America's great already,
Dude, I think that's great.
But I thought it would be funny, but I don't know if you just played like the skit that I have coming up in my mind. I don't know if you play that. Does it come out of context? But
No,
if
it's
all our
perfect.
boys,
It's
if all our
perfect.
black friends are in on it, because I know I run it by my friends, they would think it's hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But-
Jay, I think that's a great idea. I
well-
honestly do.
well,
I think that's
look,
a fucking great
let's-
premise.
Well, keep a lookout for the Naga skit coming at you in the next
I would love to
couple
take a shot on.
episodes.
See, that's my thing about all the.
It
all
makes
the-
me worried about flexing your comedic muscles. What I'm saying,
Yeah.
because you got like funny things, and
But
you,
I
and
like
your friends
that
would
there
find
is
it funny.
creativity behind it, and that it's a challenge to try to make that work. I appreciate the challenge of that to try to make that bit work, to
Make
have
it
it come
funny.
off as tasteful,
Yeah.
to have it be funny, and to also walk that line.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that whole. That's a fucking great skit.
I
We
would
should
love
totally
it.
try to do
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna try to put that one together.
I just real
wanna-
quick, I want to shout out to the 4 black soldiers that were called the N-word and harassed by a white woman in Virginia.
It's not nice.
Shout out to them.
Not nice.
Well, this was episode 45 of DJVW. I'm Jay. He's Dave.
It's true.
And we're out.
Love you. Bye bye.
Dave and Jay verse the word.